What if I told you World War III has already started? Not in the future, not almost, right now. Today, the bombs are falling, the alliances are drawn, and two nuclear superpowers are moving their pieces across a global chessboard. And most people are watching Netflix. Both sides are desperate to make sure you don't realize it's happening. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will never look at the news the same way again. On one side, you have a loose alliance of democracies, led by the United States. Think of them as the Avengers. Powerful, but constantly arguing about who pays the bill. On the other side, an alliance of authoritarian states, led by China. Think of them as the Legion of Doom. Sanctions, smuggled oil, and vibes. Now here's the crucial question. Why don't these two sides just fight? They both have massive militaries. What's holding them back? Two words: nuclear weapons. Both the US and China have them. A direct hot war ends with a planet that nobody wins. So instead, they've invented something far more cunning and far more dangerous. A war that looks like peace. You don't send your own soldiers. You arm someone else's. You don't bomb the enemy's capital. You sanction their economy. This is exactly what's happening in Ukraine. America and its allies have poured weapons and billions into Ukraine's fight against Russia. And China? China has quietly helped Russia keep its war machine running, supplying components and buying cheap oil. Make no mistake, this is a proxy war between Washington and Beijing. And it's not the only front. In the Middle East, Israel is fighting Iran's network of armed proxies: Hezbollah, Hamas, the Houthis. The US backs Israel, China and Russia back Iran. If two superpowers choose opposite sides in conflicts on multiple continents, what exactly would you call that, if not a world war? But the war goes even deeper than bullets and bombs. There's a battlefield you can't see: disinformation. Your emotions are a weapon. Then there are trade wars and tech blockades. The US has banned the export of advanced AI chips to China. Whoever leads in AI will dominate the 21st century. China retaliated by restricting exports of rare earth minerals, the critical materials inside every smartphone and missile guidance system. And then there's election interference. Foreign actors are attempting to install or undermine leaders. The battlefield is your ballot box. To understand why China does what it does, you need to understand Taiwan. It's an island of 23 million people, 180 kilometers away. Taiwan was a one-party dictatorship. Then prosperity led to democracy. In 2000, the ruling party peacefully lost power for the first time in Chinese history. The CCP watches this and thinks, what if our people start asking, why can't we have what they have? That is the real reason China wants Taiwan back. Xi Jinping has reportedly set 2027 as the deadline for reunification, by force if necessary. If that happens, this low-key war stops being low-key. Now let's talk about what America is actually doing right now to prepare for a potential confrontation over Taiwan. First target, Venezuela. The Trump administration reportedly orchestrated the removal of President Nicolas Maduro. Regime change on a budget. China loses a source of cheap oil and an ideological ally in the Americas in one stroke. Cuba, meanwhile, is in serious trouble without that oil. And Iran? The third leg of China's alliance is under enormous pressure. A water crisis, violent protests, and brain drain. The grip is loosening. I know what some of you might be thinking. This is all happening far away. But I want to push back on it. It affects your daily life. The price of groceries is affected by shipping disruptions in the Red Sea. The cost of your phone is affected by rare earth restrictions. This war is already in your living room, in your fuel prices, your supply chain, and your social media algorithm. You are a participant. Unlike World War I or II, there is no single moment, no Pearl Harbor. The war started gradually through 1,000 small escalations. If China moves on Taiwan before 2027, the low-key war goes hot. Naval confrontations in the Pacific, economic decoupling on a massive scale. If the pressure on Iran, Russia, and Venezuela continues, China's alliance weakens, and Xi might be forced to recalculate, or he might get desperate. The world order that emerged after the Cold War is over. We are in something new, contested, and dangerous. How does it end? Subscribe to keep tracking how this unfolds. Drop a comment below. Do you think this escalates, or do both sides pull back? I'll see you in the next one.